Right, you two, welcome to another video. It's time to get some adjustable rear drop links on the Mini. So I bought some when I was doing the whole sort of rear end refurb with the new subframe and the R56 trailing arms. I bought some Whiteline drop links which I was going to fit at the time, but I was a bit concerned because, you know, the threaded bit that you actually sort of bolt to the anti-roll bar and the trailing arm just didn't seem thick long enough to go through the trailing arm. So I thought the R56 specific ones would be long enough. I didn't use them, I just reused the sort of standard drop links. And then I've ordered another set of Whiteline, slightly shorter ones. But the threaded bit again is exactly the same length as the other one, so it says it's for R56 and R53. I thought it'd be a bit longer because it was a bit of a squeeze trying to get a nut onto the sort of the outside edge of the trailing arm. But there we are, that must be, I mean, it says it for R56, so they must fit the trailing arms. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to sort of do a bit of best guess for length, chuck them on and then lower the Mini on some blocks of wood, see if I can get the anti-roll bar sort of a right angle to the drop links. I'll probably leave it on the middle setting. I've got 3 settings on the anti-roll bar. I've got my first track day at Donington in a few weeks time, so I don't want to go the stiffer setting. I think I'll wait until I'm at a track that I know, like Castle Combe, before I go sort of stiffer. So yeah, let's get cracking. So I couldn't be asked to go and find any bits of wood, so I've just dropped it on the ground. So hopefully you can see that the anti-roll bar sort of tilts up towards the back of the car, like this side. The drop link isn't quite perfectly vertical. I'm trying to remind myself now. Yeah, so the drop link, you can't really see that well. It slopes ever so slightly towards the front of the car. I need to put a shorter drop link on, so I'll take them off, measure them up, and then maybe drop it, oh I don't know, maybe like a centimetre. Anyway, let's have a go. So these drop links, which I think just are like OEM ones, needed a 4mm Allen key and a 17mm spanner. So there's the OEM ones off. Probably the easiest set of drop links I've ever got off. That's only because I've done, like, I don't know, 3 track days since I installed them. It's been kept in a nice dry garage, so yeah, it's a bit of a treat. So these seem to be about 23.5 centimeters. I can't remember what the range was with these. You could set them, it's something like 21 to 23.5, I think. So I've just set them at 22.5, so about a centimetre shorter. I might just try that and see how it looks when I drop it back down. I have noticed so the nuts that came with these, they're 17mm as well, but you're going to need a bigger Allen key for these ones. I shall find out which size. So 5mm Allen key for these, and then 17mm spanner for these, and 17mm spanner for these as well. So make sure you got 2 17mm spanners. So I'll just copper greased inside here. Probably thank myself in the future for doing that. I don't know whether I'm remembering wrong, because when I've just held up these OEM ones, you can see it is longer, the Whiteline one. Although I do, so before I didn't have any washers on, just because I couldn't fit any on. So the washers that come with this are pretty thick ones. So once, I've got 8 of them, so there must be 1 either side. So by the time you've done that, it's almost the same length again. So I shall see, yeah, so the nuts are a bit deeper as well, the new ones, I think. Well, maybe not. About the same. Anyway, I presume you're supposed to use all these washers considering it comes with 8 of them. Right, so the right hand side's done. I managed to put a washer either side on the top. I tried it on the bottom, but there wasn't enough. I wasn't happy with how much thread was in the nut. The nut wasn't on enough. So I just put a washer on the outside down here. Where are we? There. No, that's not it. Where are we? There. So you can see the edge of the nut is actually flush with the end of the threaded bit. So yeah, another washer, and it just wasn't on enough. I did get really confused for ages just now. So this was the last one I did, and for some reason the Allen key, what did I say it was, 4mm, 5mm, it wouldn't fit inside it. I thought I was just being a right donut because I was lying on the floor trying to do it above me. It turns out I actually needed, I've got like an Imperial set of Allen keys, and one of them fits snugly. So I don't know, do they do these for America? I think they use Imperial, don't they? So whether they've got a load of these that they send out to America, and one of them happened to end up on this particular drop link. So yeah, watch out, you might need some Imperial Allen keys. I've tightened up the actual drop link itself at the top and bottom. I'm just going to go and do the other side now, and then I'll chuck some markers on it again just to mark it, I guess, make sure you know that it's not coming down. There we go, it's back on the ground. Bit of a lucky guess really. Yeah, so I went down 1 centimetre in length, and that seems to have done it. So yeah, happy with that at the moment. It's nice not to have to put it up in the air and do it again. There we are, job done. Just a little video, that one. Tomorrow I'm going to be installing a oil temperature sensor and gauge and a AFR sensor and gauge as well. So look out for those videos coming soon. And I think after that it'll probably be Donington, which I'm really excited about. Hoping, because I've got the quieter exhaust on, which was 89 static decibels. And I put a 420mm slimline silencer on it as well, so I'm hoping that will drop it a few more. Hopefully it'll stop me being black flagged, fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, please like and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next one. Cheers guys.